Hey guys, welcome back to the final round of our M13 Draft Swiss event. I'm here with John.
Hello.
Oh, that is loud. So hopefully we can take this down. Our opponent is playing a... Would you like to play first? Yes, we would. He's playing 41 cards, which is interesting. Also, something to note is that he's playing a white-black deck with like some nice enchantments like Mark of the Vampire, Oblivion Ring, so we might want to board and naturalize. Other than that, he's playing a lot of like 2/2s and like a lot of 2/2s basically is what I saw. John, what do you think of this hand?
One second. I think this hand is very bad.
I think so too. It's not considering his deck, but like we would really need to just start drawing creatures. We could try to get lucky here. We're on the play, though.
Oh, if you're gonna gamble your hand.
I think
first action spell is gonna be turn 3 or over. Usually they want to be off the hand.
I know what you mean. I think we're gonna try. I think I want to try to get lucky against his deck. I think his deck is a little bit better than ours, and if he does equip up or enchant up, we can always O-ring that. So I'm not gonna mulligan here. See what we can do. So we're gonna play out the forest first. Hopefully draw some 2/3 drops. This is a pretty loose keep though. We draw Rancor, which isn't great, but we will continue on.
Centaur Crusher would be sweet.
Centaur Crusher would indeed be sweet. He plays a Johnny Sunstriker, so we'll see what we draw here. Hopefully a creature, and it's another land. I don't think we want to O-ring this. I think that there are probably better threats, so I think we're gonna just leave it. Would you agree?
I agree.
Can you lower your mic? I think it's a little too loud, or maybe it's just me.
No problem.
Okay.
Is this better?
I think so. So he's gonna swing in for 2, lifelink. We'll take it. And he plays a Tended Knight. We might have to O-ring now, because we don't want to be taking 5.
You're in trouble.
Indeed. And we're not drawing out of it, so probably should have mulliganed. I think we should O-ring now. The lifelinker, I would imagine.
Yeah, the lifelinker has to go.
And we are going to try to stem the damage as much as possible. He might be screwed on mana. Maybe. Nope, he has a swamp. Let's see what this is. He has a Griffin Protector, which is not good for us once again, and we really need to draw something other than land.
That's pretty much over.
It's not over, but we're definitely not in a good spot. We can't block this turn. I mean, he can't swing in with a soldier, but we're gonna have to just block out the Titanic Growth eventually, which just
You have to get rid of the Griffin.
yeah, we're gonna have to block the
You
Griffin.
don't have many natural answers to block first.
Yeah, I agree. But we have the Titanic Growth still, so let's see if this is Essence Strain. We really want to draw a creature. He plays another Griffin Protector.
Well.
I think we're still okay here. We'll take 5, go down to 10. And hopefully draw some kind of creature. We draw Primadox, which is absolutely not very good. Actually, it's okay for us right now.
Yeah, hold it down a little bit.
Yep. So we'll play it out. And then most likely end up just blocking out a Griffin Protector with our Battleflight Eagle, and then Titanic Growthing it. And then if he has an answer to that, we're kind of screwed, but there's not much we can do otherwise. Here he plays Veilborn Ghoul, which is interesting. That seems good. It doesn't at all, but I mean, right now he's on the offense, so it seems pretty good to me. He's gonna declare his attackers. Here come the Griffins. We're gonna Titanic Growth our Eagle. I'm not sure why he played that pre-combat, but it wouldn't have changed our course of play anyway. I think we want to bounce the Primodox here because it just costs less mana.
Yep. We're in bad shape.
Yeah, we are. And we draw Farseek, which is not what we want to see. We just gotta replay Primodox. And then play the Rancor on the Battleflight Eagle to trade with the Griffin Protector, right?
Yep. You know something, we should have played a Mountain after from me, so we could play the Farseek. Then on our deck.
True.
We weren't probably going to win this game anyway, but we have to on it.
Yeah. Your sound quality is a lot worse in these games. I'm not sure why. But we are not going to win any games like this.
Is this better?
Yeah, a lot better.
Cool. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. I know the sound quality is the reason why we lost this game.
Definitely. I think if he swings with Veilborn Ghoul, not sure I can.
We have to make it.
Yeah.
Actually, we have to block.
We could always go down to 2.
Oh, well, yeah.
I mean, we're kind of screwed here. There's
Yeah.
not much we can do.
We're not going to have enough blockers. If he has another creature under the swamp, we're dead anyway.
Yep.
Which, let's face it, he's going to have.
Yeah. We'll see if we can get any other information out of him. That's gonna strain us down for the rest. So we'll concede. Okay. So, in the games that I watched him, he showed us a Mark of the Vampire and also an Oblivion Ring, so I want to bring in the Naturalize. I'm gonna take out the Flames of the Firebrand to make our deck a little bit more consistent, and also add a Forest in, because we're not playing that many white cards to begin with. And I think that's probably the changes that we're going to make to the deck. I don't see anything else that might be good against him right now. White-black Captain's Call isn't good. Show of Valor doesn't seem great. Ranger's Path, no. Bountiful Harvest, no. He's not really aggressive. He just has a bunch of 2-1. We just didn't play anything. If we just played a Centaur Courser, we would have been fine. Which is really unfortunate. Should have mulliganed that hand. I mean, that's what you get. I tried to get lucky, and I didn't. So, we're going to submit here. And we're going to play first. I think this hand is definitely keepable. Rancor, Elvish Visionary, Titanic Growth, Naturalize, and Force Mage is good. So, we will not mulligan. Hopefully draw some lands. But we do have Elvish Visionary to cantrip. To try to get into a land. So we do have 3 draw steps, or 3 draws, I guess, to draw into a land. One of which comes now. Evolving Wild is a land, but we're going to save that, and then we're going to play Elvish Visionary this turn, so that way we can rank her up next turn. We draw Battleflight Eagle, which is fine. And then hopefully next turn we can draw an untapped land, so that way we can play Force Mage and just bash in with the Elvish Visionary. He plays Silvercoat Lion, which is okay. We do draw that Forest, so we're going to play the Forest, and then we're going to play the Yeva Force Mage. And just bash in for 3. And then next turn we're going to play the Rancor on either a Yeva's Force Mage or the Elvish Visionary. Depending on what he plays, personally, I think probably the Yeva's Force Mage, just cause. He plays Night of Glory, Exalted, so he's going to swing in for 3. I think here we want to put it on the Elvish Visionary. John, are you back?
I'm back. Hello.
Okay, so next turn we're going to Rancor up one of our creatures. Do you think it should be the Elvish Visionary or the Yeva Force Mage? I think it should be the Visionary, personally.
advantages of putting the visionary like that?
I think he's gonna block out with Knight anyway.
Okay.
I mean, actually, is that the same amount of damage? If he's gonna block here, 4, that's actually more damage if we Rancor up on the Force Mage. Because if we Rancor Force Mage, then we gain, this is 3 damage, trample, and then 1 here, versus 3 damage just flat there. So I think we're gonna Rancor there.
Sounds like a plan.
He chooses not to block, actually. We're going to leave up Naturalize because he showed us Mark of Mutiny and stuff like that, so we want to make sure that he doesn't do that right now.
Mark of the Vampire.
Mark of the Vampire, not Mark of Mutiny. He doesn't have the Swamp anyway. He's going to swing in with both of his guys. We'll gladly take that damage. And we're going to crack this for the Plains, I think.
Yep, makes sense.
Griffin Protector. He's Griffin-y. And we're gonna crack the Evolving Wilds now for the Plains. So we draw another Yeva's Force Mage, which is also nice. I think here we just wanna Yeva's Force Mage the Elvish Visionary and swing in, because it doesn't matter if we give our guys flying, so I'd rather save the Battle Eagle.
They're going to be using mana more efficiently if we use the Eagle.
And we will have a flyer next turn, I guess. So you would Eagle up the Visionary and swing in with both.
Yes.
Okay. Just hope that he doesn't have Mark of the Mutiny and sets us back a lot.
Mark of the Vampire.
Mark of the Vampire. God damn it. Stupid Mark of the Vampire.
Visionary.
Yep. We did put
We'll
on the...
gladly trade the Force Mage for the Griffin right now.
I don't think he blocked. Yep, he went down to 5. So if he chooses...
Be able to kill him next turn.
With Titanic Growth. And Force Mage as well.
So just gotta make sure we don't die this turn.
He could have Planar Cleansing right now, which I'm a little bit worried about.
Well, that requires 6 mana. He just played his 5th land for the turn, so we are safe.
We can always... You're saying Titanic Growth onto the Force Mage with Trample.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
We're gonna go all in on that Force Mage. Unless he leaves 4 mana, then we're gonna have to be suspicious of Divine Verdict, of course.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he played the Attended Knight. And he also played a Johnny Sunstriker.
So let's see, that's 1, 4, 6, 7, 9 toughness.
I don't think he's gonna block with everything, honestly. I think if we Force Mage up and swing with a Force Mage, he's gonna block with, like, Knight and Attended Knight, or, like, Sunstriker and Attended Knight, and then we'll be able to... He's gonna block with just enough damage to kill it, and then I think we should be able to Titanic Growth it for the rest.
Let's do it. Sounds like a plan. And if he blocks with everything, you pretty much kill his full arm.
Yep.
Sweet.
Indeed.
We're gonna have 10 power.
And bash. We'll see what his blocks are, I'm imagining. Unless he blocks with a lifelinker, which is possible.
If he blocks with the lifelinker, we win anyway.
Do we?
10 damage coming through.
We have 10 damage, but then it depends on what his toughness is. If he blocks with the 2-2 and the 2-2, then we would only deal 6 to him, and he would be at 1 life. And then the only thing is, I'm not sure if I want to Titanic Growth then, or I think I probably...
I think if he double blocks like that, we let it die, and put the Rancor on the Eagle.
I think I actually want to... I don't want to replay Rancor out at that point. I want to play around Mark of the Vampire. Because if that card comes out, I'm just, like, boned.
Not really. It's only going to get him 5 life.
5 life is a lot, especially... depends. We'll see what he does. I mean, he's really thinking about this play, so he must, like, be worrying about...
He knows something's up.
Yeah, basically. I mean, we are swinging it for lethal. See what this is about. He is taking a while. Maybe he's double queuing? He could be.
I think he might be looking back at the replays of our previous games to see what may be up.
Yep. So he blocked with Griffin Protector and Attendant Knight. We just let it die, right?
I would say so, yes.
So he's only going to take 1. He's going to go down to 4. And then next turn we have the Flyer in the air, so I'm okay with this plan.
I think he's just going to attack with the 2/2 Light Linker next turn.
Maybe? Rancor comes back. I honestly want to play around that enchantment right now. I don't think there's a reason to Rancor right now, because we can do both next turn anyway. You know what I mean?
We'll go with your plan. We'll play around it. Mark the vampire.
Because I don't want him to gain a ton of life. He swings in with the lifelinker. That is indeed what he did. He's going to gain 3. He's going to go up to 7. I think we just
should double block with the Force Mage of the Visionary.
Really?
Yeah.
What happens if he has the removal spell for the Battleflight Eagle? Divine Verdict?
That's fine. We don't attack if he doesn't do that. We just build a board back up to Griffin Protector.
Okay.
Because we don't want him continuously being life.
True.
And if he goes for Divine Verdict, go for 2 for 1, even better.
Yep.
Sweet.
He pacifisms, which is good. So that's why I left up the Naturalize. Yay.
Yep, we win this turn.
Yep. He doesn't have Divine Verdict or anything like that.
Well, you might have to say Passage.
I guess. Do we play around that?
I think we should walk right into that.
So Rancor
If he had say Passage, he would have used it. He would have saved his life.
Okay.
So we Rancor, we Panic Growth, and we go down and then the poo-poo.
Hey. Yep. Sounds good. So we won that round. I don't think we want to change anything. What did he show us? Anything new? Pacifism, which just makes Naturalize even better. Maybe... Flames of the Firebrand.
The Captain's Call might be good against him.
To just block
we'll
out.
Chump block everything, yeah.
Do we want to take out a Spiked Bailoff? It trades with like all of his guys.
I would like to take out the varsity guy.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We're not splashing for a color. We're already playing 17 lands. With the Arbor, should be okay.
Okay. I can see that. We will submit. Now do we wanna up I don't think we want to up planes. We have 6 planes right now for 4 cards. Is that enough, or do you want to drop down to... I think we have 10 for us right now.
Let's get one more planes in there then.
Yep.
The Captain's Call should provide a steady stream of chump blockers if our racing situation doesn't rise.
True. And here is not a keepable hand. We could try to get stupid lucky. I don't think it's keepable though. John?
Nope.
Yeah, we will mulligan. I think we have to keep this hand. Personally.
Okay. It's not the worst. Not good.
It's not good at all, but...
You need a forest and another land.
He has a Chronometon. Okay. That's not great. We do have outs. We drew a Chronometon of our own. Ours is always going to be smaller, though.
Not if he does stuff in the second or third turn. Well, we grow ours.
True.
Yay!
Oh. Not quite.
See, ours is going to be bigger.
Yeah, but, I mean, we're still kind of screwed here.
Eh.
We need that forest.
What are you going to do? You going to cry about it?
Maybe I am.
Sweet.
Forest.
Try some more. It seems to be working for us.
Yeah. I don't think we block, right?
Nope. You just keep on growing. Keep on growing.
And then we would play the Yavis Force Mage and swing.
Yep.
He attacks.
And we take it.
Why didn't he swing in with the Knight of Glory?
Because he thinks we're going to trade the Chromathon with it.
I guess I could see that. +1/+1 counters for days. And then we will play... He has 3 cards in hand, so that's good. He's down to low amount of cards already.
Well, that's because he's curving out against us.
Well, yeah, I guess you could say that. We draw Deadly Reckless, which is a solid card. I think we're just gonna play the Yavis Force Mage.
No. Stop.
Oh, we could play Deadly
We
Reckless.
should play the Recluse and then grow Chromathon bigger. I think that's the play. And if he attacks with any of them, we trade with the Recluse.
We're on defense.
Yeah. We need to draw a 4th land before we get our offense going.
With the Pramadox.
Yep. Well, the Pramadox is going to be the last spell we play.
Yeah.
Or second to last. Captain's Call might be the last card we play. But this is solid, because if he attacks with the Silver Coat Lion, we're going to block Chromathon, we're going to block. Who cares? And once we get to a 3-3, maybe a 4-4 situation, then he's in real trouble.
So we block out here?
Yep.
Miss land drop? Nope, he has a land drop. And he plays Crusader of Ordric, which is a 3/3.
That's not good.
That is going to be doing damage. We draw Naturalize, which is good against his Chronomaton. So we could use that as a trick.
Yes. So if you force mage it now to a 5/5 and swing, he would have to double block to kill it?
Yeah. And we would take that trade immediately.
Okay, let's do it. But remember, we're going to be taking a swing back of most likely at
4?
least probably 5. It's not there. We need the Captain's Call stack.
Yep. We just need that land. Okay, he puts a counter on.
That means he's taking the damage.
Yep. Okay. So, next turn, we'd really like to draw
A land.
a land. It's a captain call.
Preferably a forest.
He dark favors up.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to be taking 7, dropping to 9?
Yep.
I don't think we want a chump block here, right?
No, not yet.
Chump blockers for days. Chump blockers? Solid.
Yeah.
No, we wouldn't want to swing in with Chronomaton here. Because then he could
I think
trade.
what we should do, actually, is play the planes, Trouble Force Mage to Trouble Force Mage, swing in for 4, and have 1 extra mana to pump up the Chromathon. What do you think about that?
That's interesting. Would we chump the Crusader with the other Force Mage then? Because I would not want to take another. I would not want to go down to 2 against a deck with Essence Drain.
Okay, so we will chump block then. Because we need to somehow win this race.
Yeah, I know. Well, Captain's Call will do us some work. He's going to grow his Chronomaton. And he is going to pass it back. Next turn we just Captain Call.
I think if he had Essence Drain, he would have used it against us. Right?
He doesn't have 5 mana. He plays another Odric. Crusader of Odric. That's not good. We would really like to draw another land so that way we can grow our Chronometon and Captain's Call.
Yep.
And we
have
do.
to win off the Eagle.
So we'll Captain's Call here. We'll leave up the... I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, we have to grow Flog.
Fog. Captain's Call. It is. So it works out nicely for chump blockers. Now if he swings in, I don't think he would swing in with Crusader into our growing Chronometon, right?
Second one?
Yeah.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. No, I don't think so.
Well, he can play out a guy.
Hopefully this will buy a lot of turns.
He can play out a guy, though. He pacifies. So we're gonna have to just double block. Triple block, maybe.
I think he's going to attack with a Chronometon too.
Yeah, I agree.
Or we could blow him out with the natural lines. Well, not blow him out.
I mean, that's a big F at this point. We don't have the naturalized mana up right now, though.
Nope.
We'll see what his attacks are. I mean, like... He's only swinging with 1 Crusader. Okay, I think that's like the exact...
Sweet.
the
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
100% wrong play.
Well then. Maybe he's afraid of our fake fog?
Doubtful.
Let's grow a Chronometon. Things in this format, right? No?
No, it's not.
What?
Oh god. Land. Centaur Courser. Not quite land.
I think we gotta play the Courser, right?
I'm not sure. If he continues on his path, he's just gonna play... If he just swings in again, we can chump block again. I don't know why he would change his line of play. Primatox can chump block his Chronometon if he swings with it. And then next turn, like when he swings in, we will, like we can naturally...
No, we're gonna make our... So why would the Primatox?
Primatox, because... Why do you want to play Courser?
It's another person on board. You could naturalize in response to anything he does. And we have to get our Chronometon up to a big enough size that that's the thing that's gonna kill it.
Okay. If he swings in with just Crusader again, I think we're just chumping and then growing our Chronometon though, right?
Yes.
Okay, we'll play out the Courser then. This works because...
Primatox, we have to bounce back the Force Speech.
Yeah. Yeah, we do want this to be the last card we play. And Chronometon is just continually gonna grow. So is his though. We can... The choice is now, like, do we want to naturalize our own Chronometon? I mean, our pacifism or his Chronometon? You know?
Well, now we could at least double block with the Courser and the Force Speech and the Chronometon. He's threatening it. That might give him some pause. Hopefully he'll continue on his line of play. We could just grow a Chronometon. And, top deck an Eagle, naturalize pacifism, Eagle up, and kick his ass.
Play Griffin Protector. That's not good.
Nope.
That puts us on a 3-turn clock. He's gonna swing with both. He only has... So, we might be able to blow him out here.
Yeah, we should double block the Odric with our Force Mage and the Centaur, and get rid of his Chronometon, right?
Yeah, I think so. But then we won't be able to get rid of our pacifism. The pacifism on our guy.
Yeah, but we have to live first before we...
So we're blocking...
We'll block the Force Mage and the Centaur on the Crusade of Ordric.
Well,
The smaller one, I think.
I'm just trying to think about what we want to do if we naturalize our own the pacifism on our chronometon. Is there any way to get like a favorable block out of that? We can't grow our guy because we could take out both of his Crusaders at that point, which would be the best thing. You know what I mean?
I do, but the only way that would work is if we pacify our chromaton, block of the Odric, and double block one of the other things. We could get a trade like that,
but we would lose our chronometon, Force Mage, and Courser.
Yeah. And this way we only lose a Naturalize, and probably the Centaur Courser.
Why don't we lose... We would also lose the, Oh, we would keep the Force Mage because we're not blocking the doubled up dude.
No.
You
Unless
don't...
you want to block the doubled up dude.
If we block the doubled up dude, we would lose both. He would lose Crusader and Dark Favor. We could chump block the Crusader. And then we would have Roaring Primadox. But we would lose both. We could chump. That 8/6 is just going to be a problem, though. You know?
Well, we could just double block the Odric Cleric, period.
Which one?
Double block with the Force Mage and the Centaur on the Cleric. Keep on growing our Chromaton.
I don't think that's a play, because I don't think we can do
We
that.
have to somehow attack it.
Eventually, but I mean, like, we need to get lucky. I'm really thinking...
What's the outs? What's our outs? We draw Acidic Slime.
Acidic Slime is an out. Not sure what else. Pacifism would help us. I mean, his chronometon is something that we need to worry about, too.
That's why we can naturalize it.
Yeah, I think that's probably the right play.
I think we chump block. Yeah.
Yep.
Who's first?
Courser.
Okay. Sweet. Our Force Mage is something new.
Solid. Not a land? Acidic Slime.
Sweet.
Oh my goodness. It's good to be lucky. It's so much better to be lucky than good. So much better. Acidic Slime the pacifism. I gotta make sure I don't fucking misclick that shit. Acidic Slime the pacifism, swing in with the chronometon.
Yep.
Seems good.
Better lucky than good.
Better lucky than good.
And we played it to our top deck.
Yeah. Wow. That was ridiculous. Wow. Just wow. Oh, jeez.
Hopefully our promo crux could,
He's gonna take.
he has to take it. Not out of the woods yet, but...
I mean, we're in pretty good shape.
Well, depends if he has more creatures or not, because that could be a 2-turn clock with the...
I think he would have played him out because he had double Crusaders, you know? Wow, that was lucky. Jesus. Swing with Griffin Protector, draw Battleflight Eagle, win. Would be nice.
Rancor would actually...
Rancor would help a lot as well. I don't know. I can't complain about that. That was like the card to draw in our deck. I think that was probably our only out. Our best out, definitely. Wow, that was really close. Well, we played to our out. So, for those of you who are watching, I'm pulling out my own hair. We played to our out, I guess. We weren't in a good position. Sometimes you just gotta get lucky to win at Magic sometimes. But, we did it. I'm proud. I think here, he's just gonna swing in with Griffin Protector, most likely.
Yeah. We could swing with both.
No. We would just chump block with, Acidic Slime, and he would lose the guy. I think this way he has a 3-turn clock on us.
He doesn't have creatures. Well, let's see if we can top deck an eagle.
Top deck. Oblivion Ring. Yep. Okay. That is not good, but we still have.
That's fine.
We still have outs. We have 2 turns, 2 draws. Centaur Courser's not an out. The thing is, like, we don't have an out right now. We need.
We have to force through some damage. I think we have to tap with Travel Forceless and his X-Line.
So that way he loses his Exalted Dude. He has to respect our Titanic Growth.
Yeah.
He could just chump block. Would he just chump block the Crusader with the Acidic Slime?
He could do that.
If we just swung with him? Because we don't.
Bring him down to at least 3, though. If we attack with just the Acidic Slime, he might. If he hates it.
We would just play.
Yeah. If we attack with both of them, and let's say he blocks the Crusader with the Travel Force Mage, and the Acidic Slime goes through, then he has to fear a Prey Upon also.
Prey Upon are live outs at this point because we have the Acidic Slime, but they're also live because of Primodox. We have 4 minutes to make the right play.
I think we should just attack with the Acidic Slime.
And I think either way, the blocks are pretty good, right? Yep.
We need to top deck a Rancor or Griffin next turn.
I think there are a lot of outs in our deck. Rancor, Griffin, Prey Upons, Griffin Protector is an out because it trumps.
Even Titanic.
The only thing is, like, I'm not sure if he has an Essence Strain in hand. I think he would have used it already.
Yeah.
If he draws it. The Mark of the Vampire is an out for him. He's got to respect our Titanic Growth. We showed it to him last game. I don't think he just wants to die to it here. Yep. He blocks with the Knight of Glory, which is good for us. And we want to play the Primodox here, right?
I think so. Yeah, we can play the Primodox. It's Slime, the Primodox would have got back our Acidic Slime and killed the Living Ring.
But the Chronometon would have just come in as a 1-1.
It buys us another turn at least for damage.
No, it doesn't. Griffin Protector flies. How would it...
Well, because he chump blocked with the Knight for us another turn.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he could just play two guys in a row and still get the same effect.
Well, he plays 2 guys in a row like that, we're deep doo-doo.
Veilborn Ghoul is a dude.
Can't block though.
Indeed. So there are a couple outs that we have here. Prey Upon is an out. We bounce Force Mage here. Prey Upon will win us the game.
No, well, it depends on his attacks.
Well, if he doesn't attack with Griffin Protector, yeah.
And how will Prey Upon win us the game?
We bounce Yeva's Force Mage, put the 2/2 on itself, kill the Crusader Vodric, and swing for 5.
Okay. That does win us the game.
Yep. Now he really wants to see if he wants to put us on. He can hope that he draws.
Well, if he puts on a Titanic Growth, he can't really attack.
Yeah, if he puts us on Titanic Growth, that's true. We do have 3 Titanic Growths in the deck. So our outs right now are 3 Titanic Growths, double Prey Upon, Oblivion Ring, Griffin Protector,
Eagle,
Rancor.
We have a lot of ways to win.
Yeah, I don't think he can swing here, personally. Now it comes to, do we want to swing?
Well, let's see what he does first.
We're gonna bounce the Yeva's Force Mage, right?
Yes.
Definitely. Draw a card. We can play both. But I don't think we... He's putting...
Well, we put the Yeva's Force Mage on the Permadox, right?
Yeah, but then we would lose it to the Crusader. But then I guess we would be able to swing in for 5 next turn unless he plays a guy. Do you want to do that?
If we play Tribal Force Mage without playing the land, make it a 6 as an attack.
Mm-hmm.
If it double block, we get rid of the flyer. No, we could kill both, can't we?
No, but he can't double block. He won't double block. He won't double block. He can just kill it with the Crusader. He'll chump block with the Crusader.
Oh, right. Shit. You're right. Fuck.
I don't think we can do anything but... I think that's the right play. Because he's going to put us on Titanic. And then we still have 2 turns to kill him.
Okay, if he trades 1 for 1 there.
We have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, so we gotta hurry up. I think playing Force Mage swinging in is the right play. Because Primadox is also gonna, like, keep us down on turns. Down on plays. And we have 2 turns to draw an out, which we have a lot of, to the Griffin Protector. The Veilborn Ghoul is just gonna get blocked by, our soldier.
Yeah, and he has another swamp, most likely.
You never know. And I don't want to play the land now because I don't want to... He blocks it with Crusader.
Okay, that's fine.
We're going to play out the Courser then, right?
Yes, sir.
So that way if he doesn't have a creature, he can't swing. I don't think he has a swamp. I think he would have played it. He's been stuck on mana for a while. Oh, boy. He's gonna play a creature. Oh, Mark of the Vampire, you douche. I think that's game.
Still, Titanic Growth still.
Titanic Growth isn't out.
Pacifism's an out.
Yep.
O-Ring's an out.
Sure.
Still have a lot of ways. Chump blocking with an eagle.
What, buys us a couple turns. We only have 2 minutes left. We'll see. Knowing me, though. Prey Upon? Not gonna work.
Nope.
Alright, that's game. Alright, so sadly we lost in the final round. But what can you do? We got 2 packs, which is okay. I really wanted that QP, but, you know. But, tell us if you thought you saw any mistakes on our part. Tell us if you liked...
He didn't attack with the Permadox.
It wouldn't have mattered. He would have drawn the Mark of the Vampire and still won anyway.
No, because then we could bounce back to Permadox, play it on the Corsair, to try to Force Mage and fight with it. We would not have lost
I guess.
at that moment. But we were low on time and everything else.
Yeah. Alright, well, tell us what you guys would have done in that situation. I mean, he drew the Mark of the Vampire, so he drew his out too. But, what can you do? Tell us what you guys thought about the tandem draft. If you liked it, just leave some comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.